Hello, my name is Sam West and welcome back to What Sam Said. This is part one of the series, Preparation for Leadership. No one has all the answers. How many of us in our journey to self-discovery have come to realize that not one person that we've ever had an opportunity to work with had all of the answers? That it is important to surround yourself with people who are good at what you are not. When you work with people who have talents in areas that you do not have, you will find that each person's contribution to the team, when connected to yours, will strengthen the team as a whole. I remember my first day as a principal. Someone stopped me during early morning arrival and asked me a question. However, what came out of my mouth was different than what I thought. What I thought was, I just started an hour and a half ago. I don't know the answer to the question. And matter of fact, I don't even know who you are. But what came out of my mouth was, good question, send me an email and I will get back with you as soon as possible. Although I did not know the answer at the moment, I had discovered as an assistant principal the value of building relationships with those who do know. And with each email that I sent or phone call that I made over the years, not only did I grow in knowledge, I also fostered partnerships inside and outside of the building, many of which I still have today. I remember coming across this leadership quote years ago. The author was not listed, but it resonated with me, and so I wrote it down. And it said, be willing to listen to others. Be teachable. You are not right about everything. No one is. We have to be careful not to allow a missed opportunity or a lack of movement toward a goal to hold us captive. We are where we are because of the choices we made or did not make. There's still room at the top. When aspiring for roles of leadership within your organization, think of the position you are seeking as an empty, hollow shell made out of Play-Doh. Let me explain. We all know there are specific qualifications, those minimum things that he or she must have, and there are duties associated with the job. But it has to be pliable enough to be able to take the form of whoever is assigned ultimately to the position. For example, it is not the manager's seat, the principal's chair, or the leadership position itself that will cause the organization to be successful. It is the value and the potential of the person who sits in that seat or position that gives it life. That's why job postings are general enough to apply to the masses, but specific enough to fit the one who will increase its value. What Sam said, when you don't know, you don't know. Leadership is a continuous journey. Experiences teaches you to value the learning of how to read a room when you enter it. Not every conversation should be held in the presence of everyone. Former First Lady, Mrs. McNair, said to me years ago, Sam, be mindful of people trying to get close to you. She said, you never know the intentions of a person's heart, so don't assume you do. She said, as a leader, you have to be careful who you surround yourself with. Not everyone who is with you is going to be for you. My grandmother said, Wayne, make sure you hear what people say as well as they don't say. Otherwise, you'll find yourself in the place of making assumptions. Andy Stanley, author of Next Generation Leader, said, there's a difference between what a person is good at and what he or she is willing to do. What Sam said, I have found just because a person is faithful in one area does not necessarily mean that he or she will be effective in another. So promote wisely. I have found that just because a seat is available at the table does not mean it is yours. I have found the worst seat to be in is the one that is not for you. As we close part one of this series, Jim Collins said in Good to Great, understand what you can and cannot be the best at it. And then I'll add, then surround yourself with those who complete you. Neil deGrasse Tyson said, one of the greatest challenges in life is knowing enough about a subject to think you are right, but not enough about the subject to know that you are wrong. As a leader, don't lead in isolation. You are not your last mistake. Learn and grow from it. Thank you for joining me for this episode of What Sam Said. Preparation for Leadership Part 1. No one has all the answers. I look forward to sharing with you with Part 2 next week. Enjoy the rest of your day.